Hello everyone, it's me, Parky. I'm going to kick off by saying thank you so much for everyone for watching the last video. It means a lot to me. Less about me, less about previous videos. Let's get into today's update. It is Saturday, it's the day after April Fools as well. So what that means is that previously everything that happened on Friday was a joke. But with quickfire news, let's get into the first possible joke that did happen. Twitch officially shutting down desktop app to focus on creators. It came out, it was updated on the 31st of March, but I read it on the 1st of April. I initially thought it was an April Fool's joke. Not purely for Twitch officially shutting down its application, but that it focused on creators. Twitch has announced that they are ending support for its desktop app to allow the company to focus on enhancing and adding new ways to interact with creators in their communities. Honestly, when it came to Twitch, I never really understood that it had an app. It has a website. If you're using a desktop, don't use the app. Use the website. Simple as that, really. Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 has been delayed officially till spring 2023. Not much info about the delay other than the fact that there is one, and not much info about the game actually. There's no info on really what the storyline's about, who it's going to involve. Only that Hyrule is going to be based pretty much the same as it is in Breath of the Wild 1, but it is going to be expanded on. Some people have given like a sort of conspiracy theory that it will be involving the new Switch release that is infinitely coming, that is always like mentioned, that I'd never seen any real rhetoric of. But according to VGC.com, Nintendo shares dropped 6% following the Breath of the Wild 2 delay. Its shares had gained 25% year to date prior to Tuesday's announcement. Having the shares in Nintendo drop because of a game delay, it's a bit weird. But, you know, the market's the market. In order to make this game's experience something special, the entire development team is continuing to work diligently on the game, so please wait a while longer. I mean, after some of the absolute pathetic game releases we've had in AAA games in the past couple of years where they've just not been playable, I'm free to give them the benefit of the doubt of that. Who wouldn't be? Let's get into the one thing I really want to talk about at the moment, and that is E3. E3 is facing some serious problems. It has cancelled its digital and physical Expo this year. It's a major hit, not just for E3, but I think it's a big hit for the industry, purely because it symbolises a massive change in the industry. I remember back in the day when I used to read about E3 and read about all the releases in magazines and things. I used to go to local news agents and get the PlayStation magazines and all that sort of stuff. Those times are way gone. Everything's over the internet now, of course, and expos are very, you're either invited or you're not. And it's very sad to see. After previously cancelling its in-person E3 2022 event, the ESA has now informed its partners there will be no digital event equivalent this year either, meaning that E3 2022 has officially been cancelled. The news broke via a tweet from Razer PR lead Will Powers, who said that the email had been sent out announcing the cancellation of the digital event. IGN independently verified the contents of the email as well. So, it is what it is. I don't know why they've decided to cancel it. I think it's purely because these things are expensive. A lot of companies have branched away from E3 now. Everyone famously stating that the reason why E3 2021 was even a thing was because Nintendo was having such a big year and they kind of carried the entire Expo as it was. But these things cost a lot to put on, and it shows a significant change in the way the industry does its presenting, does its advertising, because that's essentially what E3 is. It's a big advertisement expo. I think it's very much becoming a thing of the past, and it needs to change. I say it needs to change. What it needs to do is come up with a new way of presenting itself, and working with developers and gaming companies and helping them, or basically becoming a better tool for them to advertise their content. I think otherwise it's just going to be a bit of a pointless endeavor. But ESA have quoted, "We will devote all our energy and resources into delivering a revitalized physical and digital E3 experience next summer, whether enjoyed from the show floor or your favorite devices. The 2023 showcase will bring the community, media, and industry back together in an all-new format. We look forward to presenting E3 fans around the world live from Los Angeles in 2023. We'll come back next year with what? I don't understand what delaying it for a year, or like even cancelling this year and then we'll do it next year is going to achieve. It might just be the same thing next year. ESA has to come up with something very, very worthwhile going to now. I just think it's kind of becoming a thing of the past, and it's sad. It really is sad. I used to really want to go to E3 or an Expo of sorts just to experience all the new releases every year and have it be exciting. If I was a betting man, I'd bet that this wouldn't happen next year either, and that E3 and ESA will become part of the archives of history in regards to gaming. But if you have any comments, you have any information or anything you want to share, please put it in the comments down below, or at me on Twitter or Instagram, and we can have a conversation about it. I think it's really important that we have a look into the gaming industry now, about where it's going and about really what it's about in terms of marketing, especially whether it's going to branch off again or whether we're going to have like a nice global interconnected community where everyone comes to meet every year. I think it's going to be interesting, to say the least. We shall see. In other news, in Parky news, I got invited and I have since downloaded a play test for a stress test, and obviously be involved in pre-release for the game Predecessor, which is if anybody ever remembers the day of what's called Paragon, Epic Games, before they invested fully into Fortnite, released a free-to-play Paragon game, which was basically a League of Legends third person. That's all I can describe it as. I've been invited to do the stress test and play test this weekend. And it's essentially Smite versus League of Legends with a reprisal of the Paragon format. So I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to play test that. I might put some content up and do some reviews on it and see how it goes on. I'm excited about it. So I'm going to be playing that this weekend as well, because it seems the UK weather has decided that it's not going to be nice sunny spring anymore. It's going to snow all the time and be really cold, so it means I get to stay inside. But for now, have an amazing weekend, guys. Have a great Saturday and enjoy your time off. You're amazing people and amazing eggs as well. I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace and love.